What's going on? What's going on, my co-creators? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Well, hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope the wind doesn't get too crazy. I was trying to shoot early and the wind was blowing so hard I couldn't even hear anything I was saying. So anyway, I hope that you're co-creating your life and making the most out of it. Hope that you're having a beautiful, wonderful, fantastic, lovely day. I'm gonna sit my butt down right quick. Usually I don't sit down, but I will. Anyway, like I said, I hope that you're co-creating the life that you deserve, the life that you want, because you are in control of how this thing goes and how it flows. You know what I'm saying? This is not a trial run here. This is it, folks. We have to make things go the way we want them to go. We are co-creators, and that gives us so much power, so much potential, so much everything. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing worse than giving your power away to other people. It may feel like the right thing to do sometimes in the beginning because, you look at your circumstances in your life, you look at where you are, the predicament you may be in, and it feels so much easier just to blame somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'll just blame somebody because I know I didn't cause all this foolishness, all this craziness going on. But the truth of the matter is, folks, when you take responsibility for stuff, the good and the bad in your life, it gives you a way to fix it. You know, if you blame everything on everybody else, then how do you fix it? How do you change things? How do you repair things if it was totally out of your hands? But if you take full responsibility for it, no matter how ugly it may be, and that's very hard for some of us to swallow. I mean, even myself on some things is like, nah, that wasn't my fault. I was born into that, but that just happened to me. Um, even if you were, even if you arrived in a certain situation, there is a certain amount of power that comes from saying, hey, some kind of level, on a level I don't understand, on some kind of spiritual level, this is what I chose, this is what I picked, and it's up to me to get the most out of the situation and evolve and elevate myself. And that's huge, folks. That's powerful. I mean, even if in some kind of way it's not your fault, if you could figure out a way to take responsibility for it, that you actually are gaining skills. You know, we all know how to blame other people. That's easy, That's easy to blame other people. I mean, it can be difficult to forgive other people. That's very difficult. But but if you could figure out a way to blame yourself without destroying yourself, without eating yourself alive, if you could figure out a way to do that, that's a real skill right there. Because if you could blame yourself for everything, but not like in a way where it gets to the point where you're feeling depressed or guilty or you're down because you feel like everything goes wrong. If you could blame yourself without getting to that point, if you could blame yourself and bounce back, there's nothing in this world that can affect you. There's nothing in this world that can stop you. Any obstacle that you come up to, you're gonna be all right because you're gonna be like, you know what? On some kind of level, some kind of spiritual or cosmic level, I called that craziness into my life, and it's my fault. And I need to figure out a way how to avoid those situations. And I need to take the information that I learned, and I need to help other people through those type of situations. That's true power and true expansion, folks. That's how you grow right there. That's a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? That's very difficult. I don't expect everybody to do that. I don't expect myself to do that in a lot of cases, but that is a golden thing to do, folks. Anyway, um, getting back to what I want to talk about today, I guess I want to talk about pep talks. It seems like everybody wants a damn pep talk. Everybody wants a rah-rah speech, something to get them going, to get them motivated. And I've listened to a lot of pep talks and rah-rah speeches over the years, and they'll get you feeling good. They'll get you pumped up for a few minutes, but they don't really work unless they're 100% catered to you. I'm saying that to say that we need to write our own pep talks. We need to have our own pep rally every single morning. We don't need to be scouring the internet, searching around for people to make us feel confident about what the things that we need to do. We need to sit down and write down the things and the way that we want our life to be, and we need to speak on it as if it's here or as if it's already happened. I like speaking about stuff that already happened. I can't lie to you. That makes me feel good because it's like when you already did something, it's almost like it's not a big deal anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you already did it, then you can do it again. It's easy. You can do more stuff. So a lot of times when I'm thinking about stuff I want to accomplish, I speak about it in a way as if I already done it, and I'm looking at the aftermath of it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I speak things that I hadn't done. I speak on that in the present tense, but a lot of times I speak on it as if it already happened before. And I think that gives us a lot of power, a lot of everything. So we need to write our own pep talks, write our own rah-rah speech, and recite that bad boy every morning, every chance you get throughout the day. I mean, like I said before on a different video, I talk to myself every day like I'm a kid, encouraging them to go to school and do good at school today. That's how I talk to myself. And I think that's very important. I really don't think we need any more pep talks, you know, lining up in an assembly somewhere trying to prove a point. I don't know if that gets us anywhere. I think pepping up our own self, pepping up our family, the people that are close to us, and being an example, I think that's the only pep talk we need, folks. I mean, I think we should live by example. That's the mantra for me, live by example. I'm not trying to go out here and convince anybody to live a certain way or be a certain way. I'm saying we need to be an example of what we're trying to be. The example that we need to be an example and be the way that we want the world to be. Instead of running around trying to figure out how to convince other people to change and other people to see things the way you see it, you're going to burn yourself out, and it's exhausting. Trust me, I've done it for years, and I still do it. I still do enjoy encouraging people. Nothing's wrong with that. But at the end of the day, the most progress comes when we figure out ways to encourage ourselves, give ourselves a pep rally, a pep talk, a rah-rah speech. I mean, you can write it down. You can make that sucker just pinpoint on exactly where you want to be and where you think you are and how you feel about yourself. Write it. And you know, sometimes it's hard to write stuff like that because it kind of can feel embarrassing a little bit. That's one thing that I've noticed in myself. It's like sometimes you got to get alone. You got to talk about this stuff. You got to pep yourself up alone. If you got to go take a ride in your car and speak to yourself and just act like you're talking on the phone with somebody. You know, there's wireless technology. You're talking on the phone with somebody. Just ride around and speak to yourself and encourage yourself and speak positive things to yourself. I mean, who better knows yourself better than you? You know what I'm saying? It's like your voice sounds better to your brain than anybody else's. So I'm not saying you should not listen to motivational speakers and people that, you know, give you these pumping up speeches and all this stuff. There's some really cool stuff I see online. There's music behind it. There's the graphics, and there's the pictures of people doing amazing things, and then they got the guy in the background talking and the curve. That's cool. But just imagine if you had one of those people like doing that, and they were talking specifically about your life and about what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? How about you write that speech? And how about you say it yourself? And you can practice it over and over and over again until you get it right. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to be perfect with it overnight. Just keep practicing it over and over again. And while you're practicing it, you'll change the words, you'll get better at it, you'll get more excited, you'll put emphasis on certain areas. I mean, it's definitely a beautiful thing, folks. So anyway, we need to learn how to be our own cheerleaders, our own pep rally. We need to write it ourselves. We need to create our own pep rally, write our own pep talk, and say it to ourselves. Look ourselves in the mirror. Look in the mirror and say those words to yourself, folks. There's nobody that your brain wants to hear encourage you other than you. Well, who's better to talk to you than you? So anyway, my co-creators, hope you're co-creating a beautiful life, beautiful everything. I know you are because you're watching me. And I want you to go outside today, get some cardio, 30 minutes cardio, get that sweat out your body, get those toxins, get your heart rate up, do all those beautiful things. It's a very, very wonderful thing. I want you to meditate 15 minutes at the most. 10 minutes is all you really need, though. You know what I'm saying? 10 minutes meditation goes a long way. And also, I want you to turn off the news, turn off that news. It is not good, folks. That news is not giving you stuff you need to be hearing and focusing on. Trust me. And also, I want you to leave your cell phone at home sometime. Leave it at home sometime. I love you so much, my co-creators. And I just want to say I'm just so proud of a lot of you. I've been talking to a lot of you, and a lot of you are waking up to the fakery that's going on in this world, and you're starting to see this world how it really is. And I know it's scary when you start to doubt things, because when you doubt one thing, you have to doubt everything. And it's kind of like dominoes falling. And that can be very, very scary. I went through that. I went through a slower process of unpeeling back the veil and seeing how this world really works. And it's very disheartening. I mean, it's almost like somebody died. You go through different stages of it. You're in denial. And I ain't gonna sit here and try to do all the stages of death, or of when you're about to die or whatever. But it's like you're going through those stages. And you're gonna deny, you're gonna be angry. I forget the other stages, but you know what I'm saying. It's not easy, folks, to realize that the world that you think is all good and all gravy is a big old deception. Everything has been infiltrated. Everything has been sullied. Every institution, every situation, every group, every organization that's anything huge has all been infiltrated. There's nothing pure in this world anymore except love. And I'm not saying people don't do good things in this world. I'm not saying that people don't do amazing and aren't blessings in this world in different organizations and institutions and companies and governments. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that the overall picture, it's all been infiltrated. It's all been, it's sad, but everything's been infiltrated, folks. We gotta understand that. And then once you understand that, you accept that, then you can start seeing how this world really works and what's really going on. And it is not fun. It is heartbreaking. And it's the type of thing that make you not even want to have kids in this world. I mean, it's a lot. But at the end of the day, it makes you wiser. It makes you able to prepare for the future better. It makes you able to help other people through hard times, because you're like one of those buoys that sit in the lake or on the river, and they're chained to the bottom, to the floor, to the bottom of the river, and the waves come in, the big ships go by, the weather come in, the storms come in, but those buoys don't budge. They stay still, and they inform people as to where they are. They are a symbol of, okay, this is where I am. They're there to help. And when you understand how this world really works and you pull down all the veils, some people you could talk to them till you're blue in the face, they're not going to hear you. You can't tell somebody certain things, they just won't get it, and you gotta accept it and just love them and just say, hey, when in your head, say, hey, when they're ready, they'll come around. And but when you see the truth as what it really is, you'll be that buoy in a storm. You'll be that lighthouse that's guiding folks. And the lighthouse don't move, it just stays there. It stays still. The light moves around, but the lighthouse doesn't budge. And the weather could be foggy, it could be stormy, it could be terrible. That lighthouse is built on a solid foundation. And that's what you are, my co-creators, the ones that actually wake up and start seeing this world how it really is. They're going to need you. They're going to need you. So just hang tight, hang in there, and just stay strong. I know that you're living in a world with a bunch of people that's just not getting it, but hang in there. You do have a role to play to help people, because they're going to be confused and they're going to need somebody to guide them to the clearing so they can find their way in this world. So anyway, I love you, my co-creators, and I will talk to you later. Alrighty? Bye-bye.